Hey guys, this is Chance, Martin City Brewing Company. We are going to do a how-to video on how to make surgical masks. If you did not know, there is an impending shortage of these things, along with a lot of personal protective equipment for healthcare workers specifically, and we're going to try to help with that situation. So what we have here is a design for a surgical mask that's basically a cotton surgical mask with elastic banding. Sorry, bear with me in this video. I've never done one of these before. But it's a cotton rewashable mask, and it actually has a pocket here for a polypropylene insert. The polypropylene insert will basically be disposable, and that'll add an additional layer of protection. Now again, this is not an N95 mask. We're not pretending that this is something that you should use if disposable masks are available, but we want some additional options for healthcare workers. You know, my wife and my sister are both healthcare workers, and they're already trying to deal with shortages for these supplies. So we're gonna try to get something together here. It also has a little piece of wire here to help shape when it's inserted, and then the idea is to make a bunch of these. They can get off shift, wash this, and then put a fresh insert in for the next day. All right, that's the preview, and so we'll get up here and get set up to go. All right, guys, we're gonna start here with 3 pieces of fabric. They're all the same size, 9 inches by 6 inches. One is kind of a nicer print that we'll put on the front of it just because it was available. But they're all the same size, and you start with the print being folded inward because we're gonna sew this starting from about the top, middle, or off center and come around, and we're gonna lay in the elastic banding on the inside, come all the way around, do the same thing on the other side, and then with a little remaining opening, we're gonna pull it from the inside out. So let's lay it down here. Okay, go to the corner here. Lift up the lever, turn it. And then we're gonna take, there's a couple different styles of elastic that you could use. I'm gonna go ahead and use this bigger style. It's probably not as comfortable. I'm told it's not as comfortable as this smaller style, but you have to tie some knots on the end of it to get the smaller style sewed in correctly. So whatever you have available, I think will work here. And you basically want to measure it, probably build some templates, but it'll come around like this on the inside, a little bit of extra there. And then we're going to lay it in here. Actually, this one's a little bit short, so let's cut a new piece. Going. And you're eventually going to reach back in and bring this over down here to the bottom corner. It's probably hard to see, sorry. Poor lighting as well. Yeah, so I'm not the best seamstress, but this will work. Do the same thing over here. It does take a little while to make these, but the good part is they're reusable, so you can spend some energy making some of these, and hopefully they can be used over and over. So we're going to stop with a little port hole to pull the rest of the fabric out. So now we're going to reach through here and grab this corner. Get it pulled through. Cut off a little of my extra thread here, so it's out of the way. Depending on how big you leave that, can be a little difficult to pull through. My elastic banding. And this is the first part, so you basically have the square and the two elastic bands on the side. All right, we'll move on to the next step. All right, so next we're gonna make the pouch, and it's a little bit easier to do this with some creases in the fabric. So I'm just putting a little edge on the fabric here, folding it over, coming back, I don't know, less than ½ an inch. You don't have to be exact. It's going to be folded and sewn in. We're going to take it back over to the machine and put the pocket in here on the back. All right guys, so I've put the pocket on the inside of the mask and laid it down in the machine, and I'm just going to sew around here, down along the bottom, and then back up and then stop here so I have my pocket to insert here on the back. Yeah, sorry, the light's pretty poor in here, but we just need to get this done. Okay, so we've got our mask. Move the camera a little bit. We've got our mask with the banding and the pocket in the back where we can put our insert now. So the last step will be to come back and put some pleats on each side, sew those in, and then work on the polypropylene insert. All right, so I've put some pleats in each side, and I put a pin in to hold them in there. These are kind of tough to do, especially as you start to layer up the fabric. And hopefully the machine you have can go through this many layers, but we're gonna go ahead and hit it. And then we'll come over and do the other side as well. That one was a little rough, but I think it'll work. So we've got our pleats. I'll clean this up, clip the threads off. All right, guys, next we're gonna make our polypropylene insert. This is typically what the disposable masks are made out of. It's what the material looks like. And we're gonna put a piece of wire in the top with medical tape so that they can shape it around their nose as they use it. Basically, this is about 3.5 by 6 inches, and then I've cut the corners off because it seems to fit in the mask a little bit better. So I'll trace the pattern and cut it out, and then I'll show you how to put the wire in it. All right, guys, I've got the polypropylene insert, little piece of wire. You can pretty much use whatever wire you have available, as long as you can bend it easily. You don't want it too rigid. And then I'm just going to take a piece of medical tape and go along the top, fold it over. And there we go, it's ready to go inside. This is what we just made. Again, sorry the light's so poor, but we're getting this video done and out there. Mask we just made, and then the insert, another insert inside of it. And fits pretty good. This one's a little bit small on me because I didn't put the elastic banding too long. But there you have it. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.